Welcome to Haven of Prayer, your sacred space for spiritual growth, biblical wisdom, and divine guidance in the battles of life. If you've ever felt wounded by words, targeted by gossip, or drained by negativity, this message is for you. Today's powerful teaching, titled The Spiritual Weapon Against Toxic Words, will open your eyes to the supernatural tools God has already given you to overcome the poison of malicious tongues. This is more than just a message. It's a spiritual strategy to protect your heart, your mind, and your destiny. In a world where rumors spread faster than truth, and criticism is louder than compassion, many believers suffer in silence. But what if I told you that God has already revealed a divine solution to this hidden battle? In this video, we'll dive deep into the scriptures to uncover how the power of God's word, prayer, and spiritual discernment can become your shield against every attack of the tongue. We'll also explore how your response to negativity can either invite more chaos or activate heaven's protection. Stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing specific biblical principles that you can start applying today. Not only to guard yourself, but also to bring peace where there was once confusion. Are you ready to stop being the victim of toxic words and start walking in spiritual authority? Then hit that like button, subscribe to Haven of Prayer, and let's journey together into the power of God's defense for your soul.
Heavenly Father, you who see all and know every hidden thought, I come before you today with a heart wide open, seeking shelter beneath the shadow of your presence. In this world where tongues often become sharp weapons and words cut deeper than wounds, I ask for your divine protection against those who speak with malice and ill intent. I know that true peace can only be found in you, and that you alone give me the strength not to be shaken by the harshness of those who speak without love or truth. Teach me, Lord, to rise above retaliation, to avoid the temptation of answering cruelty with more of the same. Give me the wisdom to remain silent when silence is the better path, and the grace to speak only words that heal and uplift. May my lips overflow not with bitterness or complaint, but with praises to your name and gratitude for each day you gift me. Let me walk confidently, knowing that what others say does not determine my worth. For my true identity is rooted in you and in the steadfast love you have for me. Place around me a wall of holy light, one that cannot be broken. Let no unjust word find a resting place in my heart. And may every tongue that rises to accuse me fall silent under the weight of your justice. Guard me, Lord, from the venom of gossip and false accusations. Let my spirit remain unshaken, trusting that you are my defender and that you hold me close through every storm. Teach me to live with the peace of those who trust fully in your purpose, with the calm of those who have surrendered their burdens into your hands. I refuse to carry resentment. I release every word spoken in anger, every memory that brings pain. Instead, I choose freedom, a heart unburdened, filled with hope, light, and love. Help me reflect your light. Help me not repay evil with evil, but to walk boldly in faith, trusting in the power of your grace. Today, I lift my voice not in anger, not in judgment, but in prayer, seeking your protection, your justice, and your guidance. Be my shield, my hiding place, my refuge in the time of trouble. Though I face battles within, silent wars of a heart that others may never see, I give them all to you. The past that still haunts me, the wounds that haven't healed, the whispers of fear and doubt. I release it all. Let every chain that holds me to pain be broken. Let every shadow that dims my joy be cast out by the light of your truth. I no longer want to carry burdens that were never meant for me. I need freedom, from the invisible weights, from the silent stress, from the toxic thoughts that cloud my soul. Let every seed of bitterness be uprooted, and every remnant of fear be removed. Let peace not be a distant dream, but a constant companion in my spirit. The world around me is filled with unseen forces, subtle influences that weigh down the soul without warning. Thoughts that sneak in, doubts that linger, emotions that eat away at joy. And so today, I cleanse my heart. I lay down everything that has corrupted my vision and silenced my inner peace. Like a garden that needs good soil to bloom, may my inner world be a sanctuary where peace takes root and flourishes. Let my soul no longer be a battleground, but a garden of calm. May my words be soft, my actions kind, and my thoughts free from revenge. Only then can I step into the future free from the grip of yesterday. Today, I release what harms me and embrace what strengthens me. I let go of what drains my soul, what blurs my vision, what doesn't align with the life you've called me to live. Peace begins within, and with each step, I choose to walk toward the light, toward the calm, toward you. Lord, I do not welcome envy or the darkness of others into my life. I close every door to anything that tries to disturb my peace or sow confusion along my path. I sever all ties with anything that robs my soul of rest, that drains my spirit, or pulls me away from the joy you've placed within me. Let every harmful attachment be undone, and may my life reflect balance, peace, and divine wholeness. The past no longer holds authority over me. Everything that tries to anchor me in what once was, in pain, fear, or regret, loses its grip right now. I reject every dark thought, every cruel word, every impure desire that seeks to influence my future. Let my mind be clear, my body strong, and my spirit resilient in the face of any trial. It's the unseen burdens that weigh the most, the silent judgments, the disguised intentions, the harsh criticism spoken behind my back. I release them all. They have no place in the reality I choose to live in. Each new day is a gift, a fresh opportunity to walk lightly, to let go of fear, and to trust that every moment is shaping me for something greater. So today, I choose to let go of anything that holds me down. I shut the door on what does not build me up. I embrace the freedom that comes with a clean heart and a clear conscience. My worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by the boldness with which I walk toward a future filled with your peace. The shadows of yesterday no longer define me. Malicious intentions will not derail me. There is no place in my life for darkness or distraction. I break free from every toxic presence and every whisper of negativity that has tried to root itself in my story. I will not allow fear, anxiety, or doubt to grip my spirit. Every invisible chain that others tried to place on me shatters in this very moment. What once tried to weaken me now loses all power. Every hateful word, every false accusation, every effort to harm me dissolves, leaving no trace behind. My identity is untouched by the cruelty of others. I am guarded by something far greater, the presence of the Almighty. Peace is a daily choice. It's the conscious act of letting go of what does not serve my soul. I will not carry burdens that aren't mine. I won't be swept into the storms others create, nor will I be imprisoned by situations that don't belong to me. I refuse the weight of resentment, the poison of bitterness, and every form of emotional or spiritual oppression. Light is always stronger than darkness. That's why I walk with confidence, rooted in the truth that nothing formed against me can prosper. There is no return for what once tried to destroy me. No influence can touch me when I choose to move forward in purpose and clarity. With every breath I take today, I release what I no longer need, and I open my heart to a future where peace and divine protection walk beside me. Nothing can shake me, because my life is marked by strength, resilience, and the unfailing love of God. There are moments when the words of others come like arrows. Judgments and twisted truths aim to wound us. But I know deep within, no voice raised against me can ever redefine who I am. I turn away from every whisper meant to divide, every tongue that seeks to ruin my peace. I refuse to let slander take root in my heart. The bitterness of others will not poison my spirit. May every word born of hatred fall silent before it reaches me. May every lie be exposed, and may the truth shine brighter than any shadow. I ask for divine protection against those who spread falsehoods, who distort the truth for personal gain. Let their intentions dissolve like smoke, their influence fade until it is no more. I will not fear their rumors, because I know the truth always outlasts the lie, and time always uncovers the heart. Today, I choose not to react with rage or resentment. Instead of feeding pain with more pain, I build strength through peace and faith. What others think of me is not mine to carry. Justice belongs to the one who sees it all and holds every story in his hands. So I walk forward without looking back, unbothered by hollow words. I will not let negative energy cling to me. My mind remains steady, my heart at ease, and my journey continues with the unwavering belief that evil will never conquer light. Words are powerful. Those who use them recklessly don't always see the harm they cause. But every act has consequence, and I trust that those who plant seeds of division will one day harvest what they have sown. I do not seek revenge, only truth and divine justice. May every lie spoken to harm be undone. May every false word lose its power. May the truth rise and prevail. I do not carry hatred, but neither will I allow evil to settle in my life. Let every attempt to harm me be neutralized before it even begins. I will not waste my time on venomous speech or people who seek to shake my peace. My time is too precious to spend on what does not build. Those who live feeding on envy and negativity are prisoners of their own choices. I am not the one to judge them. Life itself will teach them the lessons they need to learn. Every soul carries the weight of its own actions, and I know that in the end, everything aligns according to divine timing. The path I walk is the path of peace. I won't respond with anger or bitterness. I press forward, knowing that what is real always endures. Lies may last for a season, but they can never stand forever. So today, I release every worry about what others may say. My mind is fixed on what matters. My heart is free from resentment, and my steps are steady toward what truly matters. There are unseen forces that move quietly, often unnoticed, yet they can weigh heavy on our lives. At times, we feel an invisible burden, a lingering anxiety, or an emotional blockage we can't explain. But we are not helpless. Today, I choose to release anything that does not belong on my path. I cut every tie that seeks to limit me, and I close every door that negativity tries to enter through. My story will not be shaped by fear or darkness, but by faith and the will to pursue peace. I will not become a victim of energies that try to pull me away from my purpose. If any shadow has tried to cover my light, I remove it without hesitation. No connection to what is harmful will remain. No twist of fate will take me away from what truly matters. Every harmful thought sent against me dissolves. Every obstacle that doesn't belong in my journey disappears. No curse, no words spoken from envy, no outside desire can redirect the course I have chosen. My strength doesn't come from what surrounds me. It comes from within, from the unshakable belief that nothing can defeat someone who refuses to give up. Life is too precious to live under the shadow of what doesn't serve. I will not be held captive by fears imposed on me, nor by imaginary limits. Everything that tries to oppress my spirit loses power today. I let go of what is not mine to carry, and I embrace the future I am called to build. Some days the emotional weight feels too much to bear. Injustice weighs heavier, and harsh words hit deeper than usual. Malicious voices echo like a constant noise, draining energy and planting doubt where certainty once lived. It's hard to stand tall in the face of unfair criticism, but surrender is not an option. Those who poison the air with their words forget that truth always finds its way. Malice disguised as opinion eventually crumbles, and every word spoken with ill intent returns to its sender. Lies don't last, and slander can't survive when the light exposes what hides in the shadows. Even so, peace remains the wisest choice. It's not worth carrying the bitterness of those who wave hatred like a banner. Every attack becomes a chance to strengthen the spirit, to let go of the need for validation, and to remember that true worth isn't measured by other people's approval. Guarding the soul from negativity is essential, but not through anger or revenge. The greatest power lies in ignoring what doesn't deserve attention, closing the door to what adds no value, and focusing energy on what truly matters. So today, with certainty, I let go of anything that poisons the heart. I release the weight of other people's words, reject baseless judgment, and move forward knowing that my true purpose lies beyond the noise that tries to mislead me. Inner peace isn't dependent on what happens outside of us, but on the ability to remain calm in the middle of chaos. Turbulent days test our inner strength, but also uncover the deep resilience within us. No matter how dark the road may seem, there is always a light that leads to stillness. No one is free from hardship or emotional trials, but every challenge brings growth. The goal isn't to avoid difficulty, it's to rise above it with grace and resolve. Adversity can be a teacher, and painful experiences often become the most meaningful lessons. In times of uncertainty, seeking peace becomes a priority. It's not about waiting for everything to be perfect, but about learning to find stillness in the middle of every storm. It's a daily practice of letting go of unnecessary worry, trusting that every situation has purpose, and believing that, in time, all things fall into place. Fear and anxiety are silent thieves of joy, but they hold no power over those who choose to live in trust. Each new day is a chance to renew the belief that nothing external can dictate our inner peace. I choose to breathe deeply, to release what weighs me down, and to fix my heart on what truly matters. And so, with the confidence that everything unfolds in its right time, I move forward with determination. I walk without fear, without unnecessary attachments, and with the assurance that true balance is found in the decision to live in peace. Fear of the unknown may try to paralyze us, but it also proves that we long to grow. Uncertainty becomes the battlefield between doubt and the courage to keep moving forward. No matter how many times obstacles arise, my will to continue is stronger than any wall in front of me. Sometimes the past tries to hold on tight, bringing fears, regrets, and pain to the surface. But growth demands release. We must let go of what no longer serves us and look to the future with hope. Each day is a blank page to write a new story, one without unnecessary burdens or chains that keep us small. Change is part of life, and welcoming it with courage is how we evolve. There is no growth in comfort and no wisdom without challenge. Every step in the right direction draws us closer to the life we were meant to live, one grounded in peace, guided by strength, and shaped by purpose. Our mistakes don't define who we are. It's the choices we make afterward that truly shape our character. Every stumble is just a reminder that resilience carries more weight than failure ever could. Today, I release the fear of being wrong and walk forward with confidence, knowing that every experience is a valuable teacher. This moment marks a fresh beginning, a new chapter waiting to be written with courage, hope, and an open heart. No fear, no unnecessary burdens, only the willingness to welcome the goodness that lies ahead. In life, we often find ourselves surrounded by careless opinions, rushed judgments, and words spoken without thought. But what people say about us often reflects more about them than it does about us. It's easy to fall into frustration, yet there's far greater power in learning to rise above what doesn't deserve our energy. Words can either build or destroy, and though we can't control how others use them, we can control how much space we give them in our lives. The key isn't to change the minds of others. It's to deepen our own trust in the path we've chosen. At times, sharing too much opens the door to envy and misunderstanding. Not everyone will celebrate our victories. Not everyone has the emotional maturity to handle truth with grace. That's why it's important to know when to speak and when to hold back, when to trust and when to keep our thoughts close, saving them for those who truly value them. One of the greatest lessons we can learn is this: we do not need anyone's validation to move forward. True joy and success aren't dependent on outside approval. They stem from the quiet confidence of knowing we're doing what is right. Distancing ourselves from unnecessary noise is an act of self-care and a way to stay focused on what genuinely matters. So today, I choose to be thoughtful with my words, intentional with my thoughts, and careful with what I share. Not out of fear of judgment, but out of respect for my peace. Every day is another chance to live with wisdom, to walk free of distraction, and to remember that real growth begins when we learn to filter what is worth hearing and let go of everything else.
In life, no error holds the final word. What truly defines us is the wisdom to rise, to reflect, and to choose a better path after every fall. The past is not a prison, it is a classroom. Today, I lay aside the fear of imperfection and embrace the journey ahead with a heart strengthened by every lesson. This is a sacred new beginning. Divine reset. I move forward not burdened by yesterday's noise, but guided by a deeper understanding that true peace is born in stillness, not in the opinions of others, but in the presence of God. So often, we are surrounded by voices that judge too quickly, words that carry no grace, and opinions rooted in envy. But the power they have is only what we allow. I choose today to walk in silence when silence is wise, and to speak only what brings life, light, and love. Not every truth needs to be shared with everyone. Not every achievement needs applause. Some victories are sacred, meant only for those who will cherish them with humility. I choose wisdom over noise. I protect what is holy in me. Let this be a reminder. We do not need the world's approval to walk in purpose. The greatest validation comes from the one who created us. As long as we walk with integrity, the rest will follow. And now, as we bring this message to a close, I invite you to pause. Take a deep breath and receive this truth. Your peace is sacred. Your growth is holy. Your path is divinely designed. If this message spoke to your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you love, a friend, a relative, someone who might be in need of this reminder today. You are watching Haven of Prayer, where faith meets strength and every word is meant to uplift your soul. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a word that feeds your spirit. Until next time, walk in truth, rest in grace, and remember, light always overcomes darkness. God bless you.